Hello and welcome back to our craft moment. So on Sunday we learned about worrying, and in our scripture in Matthew chapter 7 it talks about the flowers of the field and how beautifully God clothes them, and if they don't worry about their clothes then we shouldn't either. So I thought it'd be really fun to make a flower garden, and it's a 3D flower garden. Now if you don't like flowers, hang on, because I'm going to give you an option that doesn't involve regular cutesy flowers. So hang in there with me. So for this project, you're going to need two kinds of paper for your circles that are going to hold your flowers. Now I have a light green and a darker green, but if you don't have a green construction paper, you can either color white paper or use whatever color you like. That's no problem. You're also going to need some kind of construction paper for your flowers, whatever colors you like. And again, if you only have white paper, use that and color it with markers, whatever color you want. You're also going to need a glue stick, scissors, pencil, and I use a really fine point black marker, but a regular black marker will work fine, or even a black pen will work. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start this by cutting the circles for the base of our garden. Now I've already cut out one circle, and I'm going to use this circle to help me to know what size to make the circle that's going to go underneath it. Now, if you are the kind of person that wants everything perfect, then you can measure it out and make sure that your circles are perfectly round. But I want to encourage you in this project to try to let yourself not worry so much about your circles being perfect, because this project looks really fun if you just let everything be natural. Just let it be what it is. So did you see what I just did there? For my other circle, I'm just making it bigger than the small circle. That doesn't have to be anything exact at all. So I'm gonna cut that one out. All right, so once you've cut this one out, you're going to just glue those two together. Okay, that's what it's gonna look like. Now on mine, I wrote the scripture that we talked about around the edge, so that's a nice thing. You might do that right now before all of the flowers are on it. It might be a little easier. So that's a good idea. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is work on the stems for our flower. So I've got a really cool folding project that I'm gonna teach you for this. So I'm gonna cut strips of green paper about, it doesn't have to be exact. Okay, so I'm making mine about that thick. If you want to go a little thicker, then that is totally going to work. So for every flower that you have, you need 2 of these strips of paper. Now I just cut along the short side of my piece of construction paper. I'm not going to measure, and you can always cut it down and make it shorter. If you want your flower to be very tall, you can do that and cut on the long side of your piece of paper. So take your glue and put just a little bit of glue on one end. Okay, now take your other strip and you're gonna glue it at a right angle to your other strip. So it's gonna look like that. Now if I turned it, you can make it look like an L. Okay, so the important thing to remember is one piece of paper is going to only go up and down, and the other one is only going to go left and right. Okay, so this one is up right now, so it's coming down. This one is right, so it's going left. Then this one goes back up, and this one goes back across. So I'm just gonna keep doing that over and over. One goes up and down, and one goes across. Don't try to make this one go up and down, okay? Make only this one go up and down, and only this one go across. Now, when we're finished, what's awesome about this is it makes it very sturdy. and it's going to be able to hold your paper flower up without flopping over. You can use this folding technique for lots of different things. Some of you may remember a long time ago, we at Christmas made a candle using this folding technique. So you might want to remember this one because you might use it sometime. So you can cut the ends off whenever you're ready. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Now one of mine is a little bit longer than the other, but that's no problem. I'm just going to trim it. So some more glue, one last fold over, and then I'm going to trim that end. Okay, now I'm going to put glue on this. And look at this guy. It's nice and springy. Now I'm going to stick that on my garden. Now you're going to do that for as many flowers as you want to make. You can pack it full of flowers, you can only have 2. That's entirely up to you. So I'm going to show you how to make one of the flowers. So get your color, whatever color you want to make your flower from, and you're just going to draw a circle. And again, don't worry about it being perfect, just draw one. Okay. So I'm going to cut that out. And now for my other, now you can use it just like this if you want to, but it looks nice if you have 2 colors going. For the other one, you're going to want to make it either bigger or smaller. So this one, I'm going to make the center. So I'm going to draw a bigger circle that my yellow circle is going to go inside of. This might be a little bit big. If you make it too big, it's going to flop over, but we're going to try it. My other ones I've made a little bit smaller. Glue that middle circle inside of it. And right now is your chance to use your thin marker and make whatever kind of decorations you would like on your flower. Now, if you can look at mine, I made lots of different kinds of designs. This one I just did dots inside, like maybe it's a sunflower. This one I made lots of little petals and a spiral inside. So just whatever you like, get creative, just play around and see what you like. I'm just gonna draw a circle so I can be fast. And then I'm going to glue it onto the stem so you can see how easy that is. There you go. Look, it held up even the big flower. That's awesome. So that's how strong though that folded paper is. So that's a great thing. So I promised you if you don't like flowers, I was going to give you a different option. So I want to show you this little guy that I made. This I made into a Venus flytrap. So I don't know if you've ever seen those in real life before, but they're a really awesome plant that God made that they actually eat bugs in order to stay alive. So I gave him teeth and I drew a little fly in there. So if you don't want to draw flowers, get creative, make a different kind of plant. Maybe you want to make yours eat something else. So this is our 3D garden. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you make lots of beautiful flowers in your garden, and we'll see you next time at the Craft Moment.